Welcome back! Today on Dialed In DIY, we're making a really fun water table and a whole bunch more. It's not just fun water play on a hot day, it actually also can be used for bobbing for apples and converted into a sensory table. To make these really rugged and durable, I like to start with these heavy-duty cement mixing tubs. They are perfect for this because they have a nice little edge across the side that allows you to rest it nicely into the stand that we're about to make. I'm using those inside measurements to cut my PVC to be able to make the frame that this is going to set into. I'm going to be using 3/4 inch PVC. You can get away with the 1/2 inch PVC, but I do like the 3/4 inch because it does make it a little bit more durable and sturdy when it stands up to play with a bunch of kids. With the tub placed upside down, lay the pieces of PVC along the inside edge and then grab a bunch of these side outlets. They're 90 degrees and they have 2 slip-on entrances that we're going to put the side portions into, but then the riser coming out of that is 1/2 inch and it is threaded. On each of the corners, we're going to add one of these male adapters that has the 1/2 inch threaded section and the 3/4 inch slip section, which our legs are going to go into in just a moment. We can get away with assembling this without using any glues or adhesives, which makes this great for future adjustments. You can let it grow with the child that's playing with it. Also, it makes it really perfect for packing it down and putting it away when it's not in use. In this particular model, I'm using 15-inch legs, which makes it perfect for a young toddler, but you can easily remove those legs and put in longer pieces to use with other kids as they grow as well. I know you can go out there and actually buy a water table at a lot of stores, but the nice thing about making your own is they're less expensive, it's easy to adjust them as a kid grows, and the best part is, if there's parts that a child doesn't like playing with, you can easily replace them and keep on adding a lot of new enhancements over time to keep a child engaged and entertained. For the basic table build, you're actually done. All you have to do is flip the stand over and put the basin in and fill it with water and go ahead and play. But that gives us the opportunity to move on to bonus number 1. We can strengthen the base and make it a little bit more durable, which is especially helpful if you have a lot of children playing with it at the same time. To do this, all we're doing is repeating the build of the rectangle that we used on the top of the frame. You might have noticed that as I'm going along with the build so far, all I'm doing is using my hands to push the pieces together. Once you have it fully assembled and you like the size and shape that everything has turned out to be, you can make all of the connections a little bit more secure merely by putting it on an edge and leaning into it a little bit. And there you have it, our first bonus, very stable water table. At this point in the build, that's it. You already have a very sturdy, stable, fun water table. But if you want to keep dialing it in, you can do it right now or you can wait a little bit. My next step is to add a drain. This makes it much easier to clean up after each use so I don't leave it out with water at all times. I'm merely picking a flat section near the corner to drill a hole to fit a reducer bushing that's a 1/2 inch that will connect to a coupling sleeve from the bottom side. It is important to note that both the bushing and the sleeve are open all the way through. To put them in place, I am going to wrap the bushing with a little bit of plumber's tape just to help it to avoid having extra leaks. Then I'm going to put that through from the top side, because it has a low profile, the water can still get out, and put the coupling underneath. Our third bonus option is to actually put a valve on the drain that you just installed. I merely put one of these threaded nipples into the coupling and then take one of these ball valves and add it right onto the nipple itself as well. However, I did notice that this particular coupling is loose against the tub, and I'm going to fix that with something that's really simple and straightforward and recycled. I started by making a gasket out of a silicone baking sheet that I was repurposing and put that right over the reducer bushing. You don't have to do that, that was just a little extra spot that I did, but the key part was taking a large plastic bottle cap and drilling a hole the same size as our reducer bushing and put that on the underneath side before I put on the coupling sleeve. As another bonus feature that you can make now or at any time in the future, we're going to create a bracket that you can utilize to mount some toys onto. Before I put the bracket on though, I actually have to create something to put the bracket onto. So we're going to remove one of the legs and put in a new leg. As you see in this inset picture, the section pieces on the right are what I used to make the new leg out of, and the pieces on the left are what we're going to use to make the bracket. And for the sake of a little extra clarity, none of the pieces we're using right now are threaded. They're all slip-on components. I'm using a 2-inch piece of PVC pipe to put this elbow onto the side connector and aim that up. I'm now going to go ahead and grab a 20-inch piece of PVC pipe to start with. I can always adjust this down, and I did later cut off another 3 inches so that it would be the perfect height for a toddler. At the top I used another elbow and then added another T-connection so that I could go back and grab this funnel and a piece of vinyl hose and slide it right through. This makes a perfect play spot for children to pour water at the top and have it pour right back into the table. If you have a hard time getting the vinyl hose to slide over the funnel, merely stick it in some hot water for a little bit and it'll slide on much easier. For some free and easy water toys, you can grab some plastic bottles, cut the tops off, cut the bottoms off, and use them for funnels, cups, and more. Want to be able to use the table for more than just the hot months? Hey, go ahead and dry it out and fill it with some play sand. You'll turn it into a fantastic sensory table. Hey, thank you very much for stopping by Dialed In DIY and checking out my video. If you enjoyed it, let me know with a thumbs up. If you have the opportunity, I'd love for you to subscribe and come back and check out some of my future videos. I've got plenty more to come, and if you want to see more like this, check out my playlists. In the meantime, I'll keep taking stuff apart and finding new things to make.